Welcome to Achievements, your show where we celebrate remarkable accomplishment in various fields. I'm your host Fatma Al-Hadri, and we're starting our episode after this report.
A successful identity is built on things a person has done. Your most important accomplishments are a very important way for you to measure your success. Colleagues, competitors, and the general public can look at a person's achievements to figure out how successful they are. Most of the time, putting in a lot of work pays off. Most people think a successful life is one of a lot of things to be proud of. When you finish a task, you win over problems or other people. Achieve means to work together to reach a hard and challenging goal. Everyone should be ready to help out and work together if they need to. There are many ways to reach your goal, but in the end, it's up to you to decide how it will pay out in your life. In their careers, some people want to get rich and will be well known. Some people think that even small victories are reasons to have a party. We're all different, so we all have our own thoughts on everything. In the end, though, everyone wants to be happy, and everything you do in life will help you to get closer to that ultimate goal.
Welcome back, dear viewers. In today's episode, we have a special focus on the Kuwait Zebra Finch Club and the incredible achievements in the world of zebra finches. Joining us today, the two esteemed guests who has made a significant contribution to the zebra finch community. Please welcome Dr. Abdul Wahab Al-Naqi and Musa'ad Al-Oghani. We are very excited to have you here to share your experience and expertise.
Thank you, Fatma, for inviting us today on your show.
Of course, it's our pleasure. Of course, Dr. Abdul Wahab, you are a member of the Kuwait Finch Club. So we'd like to know about the Kuwait Zebra Finch Club. What really got you into it? What was the beginning of this journey? What really helped you in developing the club?
Yeah, Kuwait Zebra Finch Club is the first club in the Middle East. It's established in 2008 as a hobby. I breed zebra finch, which is a type of bird. Came from Australia. So during my journey, I like the hobby of breeding the birds. So this is where all young people in 2008 get together and have a club which help other people and other hobbier to breed and learn about this type of birds. So during like the last 15 years, we have different show and different seminars where all together have a good result at the end of that shows.
So it started in the year 2008.
Yeah.
I think this is a very interesting journey. It's been 15 years. And of course, now you have with you Musa'ad. Musa'ad, you have been a participant in the Kuwait Zebra Finch breeding and showing, which is a very interesting community. Really, what inspired you for this passion in zebra fencing?
Actually, the zebra finch are easy to take care of, and what I love of them is that like you have a big variety of colors, and it's not hard to take care or breed them, you know.
Of course, it can be difficult sometimes, and you can face a lot of different challenges along the way. Also, for you, Dr. Abdul Wahab, we know that you shed some light on the impact that the Kuwait Zebra Finch Club had, especially in promoting and improving the hobby of breeding and showcasing zebra finches in the Middle East.
Yeah, so I think especially in the Middle East and especially in Kuwait, during the summer, the weather is really critical, and we use air condition, and it's very critical to make sure the temperature is stable. So breeding zebra finch in the Middle East, especially in Kuwait, is not an easy, especially with the weather condition.
It can be very hard.
Yes, especially if anything happened to the air condition, you're gonna lose all the birds in 1 hour, for example. So you need to take care of the bird, the bird room, make sure the temperature is appropriate for the bird.
And what is the appropriate temperature for it?
So it's between like 23 to 27 degrees Celsius. More than 30 degrees, the birds will start to become tired and maybe sick.
Of course, and Saad, you're also from the Kuwait Zebra Finch Club, and you have a significant growth over the years. So what strategies or initiatives that you have to contribute to the club's success as well?
The club been having good strategies to advertise the events that we have, and one of the big windows that we have is the social media now, that made a big
You
impact.
use usually social media to connect with the audience,
Yes,
and
yes.
any participant share your experiences.
Exactly, and this has made a big impact on the club, and we had to see this improvement during these years.
So do you have more turn up of people participating because of the social media nowadays?
Yes, yes, they always come and see and ask through those social media channels.
Of course, and we'd like to know more, Dr. Abdul Wahab, about the educational seminars organized by the Kuwait Zebra Finch Club, which is really interesting for anyone who would like to join this seminar to help even the new members, the enthusiasts who are interested. So can you tell us about this educational seminars?
Yeah. Every year, what we plan is to have 6 small shows, which is more learning shows than just like show for competing. So during this show, like we have seminars to educate the members about, for example, how to feed the zebra finch, what's the best type of breeding, what's the different color we have, the shape. So we give them many different areas. So we try to educate our members because at the end of the day, we want to improve the type of the birds. We don't just want to breed the bird just for breeding. We have a target that in the future we be the best country on all the world. So like these years we reach the biggest show in the Middle East, and we are the 2nd show worldwide. So we're targeting to be #1 in the coming years.
Hopefully you will achieve that goal. I think it's
Inshallah.
a very proud moment for Kuwait and everyone really in the Zebra Finch Club to see Kuwait in #2 around the world, of course. And Saad, you also helped a lot when it comes to elaborating on different categories and even different types of the showcase of the club. So can you tell us about that? Even like the implementing and the perfection of the zebra finch, because as he mentioned, Dr. Abdul Wahab, there's a different criteria that is required, not just breeding. We have to take care of the color, the species itself, not just for breeding.
Exactly. Every mutation that it has on their features. You know, every bird, every color has their features. So if there is something wrong with the colors, like you can't take it to a show. It's not just a breeding bird. Like you just don't want to make more birds. You need to get the beautiful bird out of these. So one of these things, you need to get them like the appropriate environment and the good temperature and the balanced diet too.
So what is the beautiful bird, the zebra finch? Which one, like which colors would you say is the most beautiful in your mind?
When it gets like to more deep colors, like when you see the deep colors on them, like there are variety of them, but the standard one, it's called the gray. So when you see the gray on them, you will see it's more deep gray, you know, and the brown side on them, you will see it more like brown and
deeper brown,
and buffy, yeah, and you'll see
brown.
more feather on the bird, you know.
Of course,
Yes.
I think that's a very interesting thing for anyone who really are enjoying the finch, zebra finch. And of course, Saad, you're an experienced breeder and exhibitor. So what are some of the essential tips and even the techniques, especially for anyone who would like to breed and even looking to enhance the quality of the zebra finch?
Actually, it's a big, it's a big world, so you don't know where to go first, and then you see the club which will direct you to some of these ways to get to the best bird and to get the good breeding.
Of course, and I think even for Dr. Abdul Wahab, for the Kuwait Zebra Finch Club, I think you have embraced a digital platform, which is different when it comes to showcasing your breeds. So how do you see it now that it is now digital, when not in like a live show?
Yeah, we started this during COVID, because we couldn't do a proper show. So we think to have like an online show where all the members bring their birds to a place and leave. And we did a live show through the Instagram, and we are the only club worldwide did this. So during COVID 2 years, no club in the world did a show. So I think it was really a good platform to show the people that even without without going in one place, we could do a show online, and it was really success. We have more than 500 bears in that show.
That's interesting. So how would they share? Would they send the video to you, or is it like a live stream?
No, they bring the birds. We have a location where we just take the birds and they leave. We have 5 people judging inside, so it was like a restricted area because during COVID it was hard.
It's very dangerous, and you have to be very careful.
Many people. Not during the lockdown. We took COVID after the lockdown.
And the restriction.
There is a restriction of the number of people inside one place. So we have only 5 people where they do the judging and the, doing the camera stuff and all this stuff. So
I'm glad that worked out for you.
Yeah.
You managed to make a digital platform and really helped a lot of people to join.
Yeah, that's right.
Of course, we still have a lot more questions for you, Doctor, and for you as well, Saad.
Yes.
But dear viewers, we will take a short break, watch this report, and we'll be right back.
Dr. Abdul Wahab al-Naqi is the director of the technical committee for the Kuwait Zebra Finch Club. Adam Saad al-Lughani is an organization committee member of the Kuwait Zebra Finch Club. Kuwait Zebra Finch Club was established in 2008 and was the first zebra finch club in the Middle East. Moreover, the idea behind establishing the KZF Club came from the Kuwait zebra finch breeder to have a club that helps anyone interested with this hobby. In addition, it was established to improve the hobby of breeding and showing zebra finch. It also helped new members to learn about breeding in several different ways by showing the birds and educating the members about the standards. The vision of Kuwait Zebra Finch Club is to provide a forum to everyone across Kuwait and share their mutual interest in zebra finches. The KZF Club seeks to teach and persuade people to breed. By doing that, they are focusing on improving their hobby, showing and breeding zebra finch. Assuredly, as much as they appreciate the beauty of zebra finch, its colors and mutation, they still believe that they need to improve it. Since 2008 and until today, KZF Club organizes different shows which can be divided into yearly and monthly shows that include an educational seminar and showing competition. The last show was held last year in November 2022, where the number of birds that joined the competition was over 1,000, and each bird had a different category. Moreover, during the global pandemic in 2019, the KZF Club was considered the only club in the world that proceeded with the online shows. Certainly, they were successful and unique shows. They followed all of the health regulations and governmental rules during the shows that were held in the global pandemic. The KZF Club holds 2 types of birds. One is the European type and the other is the English type. Today, the KZF is one of the largest and oldest clubs in the Middle East with more than 70 active members. The standards that the KZF Club follows in their shows are the same standards used internationally in the United Kingdom and Europe. This year, the club has had 6 monthly shows, including a lecture about the standards. By the end of this year, the KZF Club will be holding a huge show that include around 1,000 of different birds in 90 different categories. During shows held by the KFC Club, it has certainly been a chance for many to have a friendly relationship between the breeder and meet different members. In addition, it is a chance to educate the breeder about the standards and the breeding of zebra finch.
Welcome back, our dear viewers, as we continue our episodes with our guest. Of course, Dr. Abdul Wahab, you shared a lot of key initiative undertaken by the Kuwait Zebra Finch Club, which is to educate the members and to raise awareness about the zebra finches and their conservation.
Yeah, so I think most of the people, they need to know the key feature of breeding zebra finch, and it's a hobby where also it's a social, you know, so all people chat about it, and young people, so we have different ages from 16 years old up to 70 years old, so it's a type, I think, of hobby where everyone in the society get together, and it's worldwide. So I think it's a nice hobby that involve even the young people with the grown-ups. So I think it's
Of
it's
course,
nice to
and
have.
even like for the parents, he can share this kind of amazing hobby with his sons,
Yeah.
his kids, so he can like get the whole family enjoying this amazing club. So I think this is a very interesting way to do so. And of course, Msaad, you have a lot of unique challenges when it comes to breeding and showcasing the zebra finch.
Yes.
So can you share some of these breeding and showcasing about the zebra finching?
Yes, the biggest challenge here, especially here in Kuwait, is to maintain the weather for them, the environment. And sometimes you get problems, and you face some problems getting the proper balanced diet for them. And always the biggest challenge to me is the weather.
Because of the heat here in Kuwait.
It's so hot for them. Like in a minute, they will die, all of them.
It's a very scary thought, especially for breeding.
Exactly. Sometimes, like the electricity went off, you go crazy. You don't know what to do for the birds, you know. And
Yes.
it's hot, 50 outside.
It's probably
50
better to
Celsius.
have like a generator just in case this kind of situation happens.
That's what we always do. We have a secondary generator for these situations.
Of course. And how do you find the support for the Kuwait Zebra Finch Club? How do you find it so far? Do you think like you get enough support for the breeding?
From the club, you mean?
Yes.
Yes, actually, all the members, when I first came to them, all of them, they're willing to help. They came to provide me with the knowledge, giving me some advices, and they directed me so much. And we have in the club, we have a guy who is a lecturer to us. Every month he makes a lecture to us to teach us about how you take care of the birds, how the mutations
it takes time to grow, of course.
Exactly.
I think this is a very important thing, because like to have it once every month, it really helps a lot, because sometimes, you know, you forget like basic stuff.
Exactly.
So if you keep reminding yourself, you won't forget about these important tips.
And we gather on this, and you'll see it's a big community, you know.
You enjoy it.
Yeah.
Of course, I think it's very important, especially for a breeder, or even like as a hobby, to actually be very passionate about what you do. So to actually have this kind of connection is very important. It really helps you develop and even accomplish more.
Yeah.
Of course, and Dr. Abdul Wahab, we've talked about the growth and the success of the Zebra Finch Club. And looking ahead, what are some of the club future goals?
You know, I told you before that we are looking to have the biggest show in the world, which will make our country is one of the biggest country breed like zebra finch and showing zebra finch. We was so close last year. We have around 1,000 birds, where the biggest show have like 1,500. So we are not that far. Our goal is just to keep educate all our members. So at the end of the day, we just want the hobby to be like all the members to be educated about this hobby, not just breed it as just for breeding. And this will give everyone an opportunity, you know, to gather and have a chat about the birds.
Of course, it has something to like connect you all in a common case. And of course, Msaad, for besides breeding and even showcasing the zebra finch, I think there's a lot of different activities and even initiatives that the Kuwait Zebra Finch Club has. So can you tell us about the engaging of the support, as well as being a conservator for these type of animals and birds?
Yeah, we in the club, we always gather, we always discuss what's going to do and what we going to make to like future plans, improvement, development.
I think sometimes even like for planning for future goals, sometimes you like face a lot of obstacles. So it's very
Exactly.
important to have someone with you to help you when it comes to breeding and even showcasing.
Always communication is the key
Of
between
course,
us.
sharing
yeah.
experiences.
Exactly.
Of course, I think there's a lot of different experience when we talk about it, and most interesting for or even unique for the zebra finch are the mutation and the color variation, which we talked about earlier. So for the Kuwait, have you been able like to produce the required amount of the right color of mutation when it comes to the zebra finch?
Yeah, the guys here in Kuwait, they're very clever, mashallah, and they did so good about the mutation, and they did. I don't want to say create, but they helped to
managed to
get
help
a new
create
color,
a new
which is
color.
called charcoal zebra finch.
This is
That's a new
interesting.
mutation, new color, which is they found it here in Kuwait, and I think like for like 5 years ago.
Of course.
Which is something we've been proud of, you know.
And what do you feel about that, Dr. Abdul Wahab?
Yeah, like during shows, like last show, for example, we have 90 different category. So you can imagine how many mutation in this birds. So 90 classification, where in every classification we have judging the birds. I think Kuwaiti is very creative and very challenging. So they like to achieve maybe the top standard. Many of our members travel worldwide, going to United Kingdom, Europe, educate themselves and see the birds there. And when we came back, we try to challenge the people outside by improving the quality of the birds and the color of the birds. So I think where we stand, I think in the Middle East we are the biggest club and the toughest, I think. Worldwide we still need a little, but I don't think we are far from there. So I think Kuwait is a big number now.
It's on the way there.
Yeah, regarding zebra finch, I think you cannot move away without noticing Kuwait in these type of birds. We have a lot of articles in international magazines, our shop, all in different magazines. So this is make us happy and trying to improve more and more, I think.
Of course, I think Kuwait is excelling at all aspects at this moment, and it's getting really like recognized all around the world. And you mentioned like some of the members actually travel abroad to learn about it and come back to share this experience, which is amazing because you get like each member who's going to different countries, learning new tips, new things,
That's right.
and coming back to Kuwait to share it with all the other members.
Yeah. For example, when I did my study, my PhD in United Kingdom, I breed zebra finch in United Kingdom because I love this bird. We have our manager and our judge Ali Borisli. He was judging in Holland, Netherlands. So we try to get the experience from outside to inside, and in the future, you don't know, maybe we give them our experience because we become more specialists and more experienced than other people in the whole world.
Hopefully we'll get to see that soon.
Inshallah.
Of course, especially with what we're seeing here in Kuwait. I think that's not very far away.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of upcoming trends in the zebra finch. So when it comes to the breeding, you usually find like a particular thing that really is exciting to you. Which one do you say like is most exciting to the zebra finch breeding?
In breeding zebra finch, it's all about the quality of the birds. So you might breed 100 birds, but at the end of the day, you have 5 best quality.
Yeah,
so it's not about the number;
right.
it's about the quality. It's like you know, have the feather quality, the color, the shape of the bird. So not all the birds will be in the best shape. Not all
They
the
might have the color, but not the shape.
not the shape. They might
the
have the
feather.
shape, not the feather. So
Yes.
it's like a combination. It's like a trial and error. So until you reach the best. So at the end of the day, a whole season, you might end up with a champion bird. You might end up with nothing. So it's challenging. This is what we say to our member. It's a hope. You have a hope to reach, you know, the best birds in your room, but you might not get it.
Of course, and Dr. Abdul Wahab, for the viewers who might be new to the world of zebra finch, I think you could like explain to them briefly about the process of judging and even evaluating these birds during the shows, so they can have an idea if they're interested in breeding, what to look out for, especially that you mentioned there's like 5 different things to look for, which was like the feather, the color, and the shape, and there's 2 other more.
Yeah, what we have 2 different type. We have the English type where all depend on the shape and it have a basic colors. We have the European birds where it's all about color, not the shape. And we have the new generation where they mix the shape and the color and they try to balance it. So I think what newcomer need to look after is to get first the way. So if he want to go about the shape or the color, and he need to choose a good quality bird to start with. I think any new people need to know, they need to reach us. We try to educate them because it's not an easy just in 1 hour I can explain everything, because the mutation itself need months to study and know all the mutation, the color, the marking, the type of feather. So it's not just breeding a bird, it's more education, studying the birds and then breeding a good quality bird.
Of course. And what about the criteria usually taken into perspective when choosing and determining the winner?
Yeah, so when we have like a class, if it is for example an English bird, we need to know the shape of the birds. It's like what we call like a ball shape, so it have a very nice curve, a very nice feather, the mark is right, there is no problem with the marks. When it comes to the color, as my colleague Musa'ed say, it's more about the deep of the color, the clearance of the color. So it's all, even how the bird stand in the cage, all these need training. So for preparing the birds for a show, it's need at least 40 days before the show. You prepare the birds.
How do you prepare them in 40 days?
Yeah, so why we say 40 days? You know, the feather to grow, it needs 40 days to grow fully. So we need to clean the birds. If there is any broken feather, we need to take it out. We need to make sure the bird shower every 2-3 days. We give them good food, for example, carrots, which increase the color in the bird. So it's like a very long process. Yeah, so different type of food make the feather more shiny, more buffy, and this is make the birds look nicer for the judge. And it depends also on less mistaken in the bird. If there is one broken feather, this will detect mark from the bird. So you make sure that when you bring the bird, it's in full condition, all the feather on the bird. This is why we say also about the condition. If the weather change, the temperature, the feathers start to break. So you need to make sure the weather is stable. You make sure the bird is showering every couple of days. So it's like a process of taking care of the birds.
Of course. And Saad, you actually have a lot of experience when it comes to breeding. And what are some of the key factors that contribute to the breeding process, even the overall health of the zebra finches when it comes to their well-being? I think because there's a lot of different factors. Dr. Abdul Wahab mentioned that they have to be taking a shower every few days. They have to be eating correct food
taking a shower, exactly, for the shower. Taking a shower, making them tamed to human beings.
How do you do that?
Getting close to the cage, looking at them. You know, you have to be with them every minute, annoy them, do with them, point at them, hold them. You have to be interacting with the birds.
Familiarize with your
to make them more comfortable when human being approaching them.
So they don't get aggressive. Do they get aggressive? Is that why?
Aggressive? Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes it's like, I can't explain. It's like preparing someone for a bodybuilder. You know, you need to eat good food, exercise.
Specific diet.
Yeah. So it's the same concept. You want to show the birds. It's a process of preparing this bird in best condition and best health style.
Of course. And is there a specific tips when it comes to anyone who is hoping to be an inspired breeder? just like as a beginner, like how do they start? What do they do? What to watch out for? Because I think a lot of people sometimes in the beginning, they have a lot of errors and they have like a lot of things to learn from. And like for you, you're experts. So you know all the basic knowledge.
I think the best way is to not like rush in buying any birds, is visit the members of the club, see what they have, learn before you buy. What we have some people is they buy before they learn, and this is where the mistake happened. Some of the birds are not cheap. Some of the birds they are very expensive. It's reach 1,000 KD for a bird. So don't spend money without educate yourself. Learn about the birds, what's the best bird, what's the way of breeding, then you choose your bird based on your experience. So we always try to advise our members or even new member, visit the people in our club. Go to their room, see the birds, learn from them. You know, the eyes, when it catch all the basics, he can then choose the best birds to start with.
Of course. And Saad, what about you? Can you share some of your tips?
Knowledge. What I want to say, every new breeder coming up have to have knowledge. You have to have knowledge before getting to buying any bird.
You have to educate yourself when it comes to breeding, especially like birds. There's a lot of different types. There's a lot of different care to them.
They need much care. They need the environment, the diet, everything. If you're willing to prepare them for shows and stuff, that's a different story. You have to do more work with them.
You have to be more committed to it.
Exactly. So going buying anything won't help the breeder. That will make him lose.
Of course, I think this is a very good advice. And I think there's a lot of different memorable experiences, Dr. Abdul Wahab, that you had throughout your experience in the Kuwait Zebra Finch Club. So can you share some of these remarkable experiences?
Yeah, during the last 15 years, I show a lot of birds. I win a lot of trophies. But what's make me more happier is to see the growth of our club worldwide, to see the increase of the number of the members, the birds, the quality, how people are passionate about this hobby. It's not just breeding birds, it's a hobby, it's like a family we have, friends, so it's more, you know, the passion of breeding, of showing this bird. And I know it's sometimes difficult, but at the end of the day, you can see how most of the people are happy at the end of the year when they see the result of the birds and the show.
Of course, and we know Dr. Abdul Wahab al-Naqi and even Saad al-Loghani are individuals who are interested in getting involved with the zebra finches. And what advice would you give anyone who would like to get involved more?
Get in touch with us.
Yeah,
be
with us.
And how can they get in touch with you?
Yeah, we have different channels. We have Facebook, Instagram. We have a group in WhatsApp for all the members. We are more lean to help anyone just to learn about the birds. So if anyone interested, so he can get in touch with us during any of these channels, and we are happy to help them. And as I said, visit the people, see the birds before you start. Yeah. Don't rush yourself, take your time, and we are here to help all the newcomer.
Of course, that's a beautiful advice, and I think a lot of our dear viewers, hopefully anyone who is interested in breeding, and especially the Zebra Finch Club, will join you soon. And we really are happy to have you here, and we learned so much from you. And thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you. And of course, with that, our dear viewers, we have learned a lot about the Kuwait Zebra Finch Club, and would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to our guests, Dr. Abdul Wahab al-Naqi and Saad al-Loghani, for sharing their expertise and even experience in the world of zebra finches. Their dedication and passion for this hobby is really and truly inspiring. So we hope we extended our appreciation as well to the Kuwait Zebra Finch Club for their outstanding contribution in promoting and breeding of showcasing of the zebra finches in the Middle East. Their commitment to education, community, and even the pursuit of excellence is commendable. Thank you for viewers for staying tuned for this show achievements. We hope you enjoyed this episode and gained valuable insight into our remarkable achievements of the Kuwait Zebra Finch Club. Remember always that everything you hope for is very easily associated, and you can reach out to all your goals and opportunities. So if you have anything you want to pursue, or even a passion or a goal, just think about it, and it is very easy to achieve. So join us next time on Achievements as we continue to showcase individuals that are making a huge difference in their fields. And until next time, we hope to strive for success and celebration of achievements. Goodbye for now.